श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपधारण्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशपालिने। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्याय गौरकृष्णाय पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। सभी साथ में हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। सुस्वागतम, सभी का स्वागत है। Can the lights be on? That one, especially that one. Can just Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Ram. If you like this bhajan, Sri Ramachandra Kripalu, if you liked it, please turn on your videos and prove it.
Turn on your videos से बोलता है।
Hare Krishna. So, any quick recap from what exactly we learned last time? Yes, please turn on your videos and do share what you liked last time.
Last week we discussed about conversation between
Okay, non-difference between Krishna and Narayan. Yes, through the conversation of Brahmaji, Brahma Vimohan Lila. That is where we saw that how, yes, Brahmaji's prayers, correct. We saw a particular section, 10.14.30, I guess. 3 reasons why your Moola Narayan or Krishna is Moola Narayan. That was shared by Brahmaji. Very good. What else? Anything else that we discussed? What are the three reasons? At least that much we can share. That was the main discussion that we had. That's why I'm asking. Hare Krishna. Okay, Mool Narayan Adhish. Adhish is a person who controls, who is actually the master of all the Purusha avatars also. That is the second reason. Example of clay pot is Sarva Ashraya. Ashraya. Yes, exactly. And then anything else that you remember? Yeah. More opulent than all avatars. This is second point only going on. First and third we have not covered. Yes. Yes. Krishna. The third point is Krishna is overseer. He is Sakshi, the supreme Sakshi. Yes. Shelter of all living beings also comes under the second point. Narayan. So shelter is first point. Sorry. First point. Shelter and source of everyone. That's the first point. Correct. Krishna says only his fragment manages this entire material world. Ekam Shena Stito Jagat. His one fragment manages this entire world. Yes, very good. Okay. So now we have to start from verse number 48. There we have to start from. Krishna has 4 extra Madhuris. Yes, 48. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jai Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jai Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Okay. So after Brahmaji gave the 3 reasons, yeah. All right. So now we are moving ahead the discussion. So here, now today's section, what we'll be focusing on is Narayana and all other incarnations are nothing but different amshas of Krishna. So that will be the focus. Brahma kahe jale jive, yehi Narayana, se sab tumhara amsha, yehi satya vachana. Okay. So Brahma kahe, Brahma is saying, now again here, jale jive. Yes. It is very true. Yes, satya vachan. I am telling that this is satya vachan. यही सत्य वचन है. क्या है कि नारायण जो जल जीवे यही नारायण, that Narayan who stays inside the water, से सब तुम्हारा अंश. All of them are your plenary part. Is a plenary portion of yours, amsha, and that is very true. So he is substantiating these 3 reasons and he is saying that ultimately Narayan is your amsha only. Next. कारणाब्दी गर्भोदक शिरोदक शाही माया द्वारे सृष्टि करे ताते सभी माई. Hare Krishna. So he's telling Karana Abdi. Abdi means water. Karana ocean is that the entire material world का water is called Karana Abdi. Karana Abdi में कौन रहता है? Karana Shayi Vishnu. Garbhodaka in the universe. Garbha Udaka. Udaka is again water. And Shirodaka. Shayi. So all these 3 Shayis, Karanodaka Shayi, Shirodaka Shayi, Garbhodaka Shayi, what they do? Maya Dware Srishti Kare. Yes, along with this Maya Shakti, the external energy, what do? They do Shrishti. Yes, Tate Saba Mai. That is why they are all connected to Maya in some degree. So they are having something to give and take with Maya. Got it? So what point he's telling is these 3 Purusha incarnations or these 3 Vishnus have something to give and take with Maya, something to give and take with this material world, something to give and take with the creation. So this is very clear. So that is what Brahmaji is telling in the 49th verse. Next, 50. Seiti na jalashayi sarva antaryami brahmanda vrindera atma ye purusha nami. See, he's telling ye 3 jalashayi, these 3 waters. One is in milk ocean, one is inside the universal ocean, one is in the material existence ocean. ये तीन क्या करते? सोते हैं. All these three sleepers, beautiful sleepers in Yoga Nidra, Sarva Antaryami. Although they have their eyes semi-closed, although they are in the Samadhi, they are Antaryami. Antaryami means what? Antaryami, super soul, which means they all know everything what we are thinking. हम सब क्या सोच रहे हैं, कैसे सोच रहे हैं, कितना सोच रहे हैं, क्यों सोच रहे हैं, राइट? क्लास में वीडियो ऑफ करके क्या सोच रहे हैं, that also, you know, these three antaryamis, all three of them, their database is very strong. Right? Brahmanda Vrindera. Yes, Brahmanda Vrinda. See, Vrinda means what? Vrinda means group. We saw, no? Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. That means groups of Gaura Bhakta. So Brahmanda Vrinda means what? Brahmanda Vrinda means the groups of universes. Brahmanda Vindera Atma ye Purusha Nami. Yes. So understand that the super soul of the entire all universes is called as first Purusha. So who is Mahavishnu? Mahavishnu is called the super soul of all the clusters of universes. In सबके अंतर्यामी कौन है? Mahavishnu. Got it? The super soul of all the universes put together is Mahavishnu. Then what? What next? Next. Hiranya Garbhaira Atma Garbhodaka Shayi Vyashti Jiva Antaryami Shirodaka Shayi. So Hiranya Garbhaira. What is Hiranya Garbha? Actually, another meaning of Hiranya Garbha. Hiranya means golden. If you start reading Mahabharata, in the beginning of Mahabharata, it describes the words of golden egg. That's how Vyasdev starts describing. And everybody is wondering, "Arey, gold egg kahan se milega humko? Kaun si murgi deti hai golden egg?" That's what we start wondering. And later on, we understand that golden egg is nothing but universe. Yes. If you look at this universe from a distance, it appears golden. Yes. Even previously, it is said that earth was also golden. But Hiranyaksha, because of his greed, stole all the gold from the earth. Hiranyaksha, greed, anartha of greed. He stole all this gold from this earth and plundered it, looted it. And thus the earth lost its balance. That is there in the Shastras. So even earth was golden before. Imagine what people would have done. Houses of gold, buildings of gold, everything gold would have become very common. That was the opulence once upon a time. But because the living entities become atheistic, greedy, unreasonable, then the material energy pulls all the opulences. Because she gives the opulences only to serve Krishna. When she sees the Jivatmas are autonomous, they are independent, they are rebellious to Krishna, she takes away all the opulences. Correct? Hiranya Garbhera Atma Garbhodakshai. So, the Paramatma of this universe is called as Garbhodakshai Vishnu. And Vyashti Jiva Antaryami Shirodakshai. That means of the living entity's body, the Antaryami Paramatma is Shirodakshai Vishnu. Okay. Now I'll tell you. See, Garbhodakshai, Shirodakshai, Mahavishnu. All these three, Karanodakshai, all these three are Paramatmas. So Shirodakshai Vishnu is Paramatma of what? Shirodakshai Vishnu is Paramatma of dash. Type कीजिए, जल्दी type कीजिए, type. Offline participants बता सकते हैं. Yes, nahi. I asked which Mahavishnu, no? I asked Shirodakshai Vishnu, correct. Shirodakshai Vishnu is living entities. Okay. Garbhodakshai Vishnu? Garbhodakshai Vishnu is the super soul of this universe, correct. This Brahmanda. Very good. And what about Mahavishnu? Or yes, cluster of universe. All the clusters of the universe, uske Paramatma is Karanodakshai Vishnu. Very good. So all three are super souls. Super souls of different things. So that is what Brahmaji is establishing. Okay. Now next. Ye sabara darshanete ache maya gandha turiya krishnera nahi mayara sambandha. See, he's telling ye sabhara darshanete ache mayara gandha. If you see these three people, these three super souls, they have something to give and take with Maya, Maya Gandha. That means they have something connected to Maya. But Turiya, Krishna is called Turiya. Turiya means what? Turiya means fourth. Eka, Dvitiya, Tritiya, Turiya. Turiya. Turiya means fourth. So Turiya means what? Turiya means somebody who's beyond the three modes is said to be in Turiya, fourth. फोर्थ का मतलब समझा? बियॉन्ड थ्री मोड्स, बियॉन्ड थ्री वर्ल्ड्स, बियॉन्ड द थ्री फोल्ड मिजरीज, उसको क्या बोलते हैं? तुरिया. फोर्थ, one is the fourth existence. A yogi going to samadhi, even that is called as turiya. When a yogi is in the existence of samadhi, samadhi mein hai, that's called turiya. Why it is called turiya? Because jagriti, sushupti and swapna, in तीनों से वो परा है turiya, the fourth stage. So he is beyond jagriti, sushupti and swapna. That is why he is called in the state of turiya, the fourth state. समझ में आया? That's why yogi is also called in turiya state, but turiya here indicates nothing to give and take with the three modes of nature. सृष्टि स्थिति प्रलय से कुछ लेना देना नहीं, nothing to give and take. Who is that? Krishnera. Turiya Krishnera nahi maya era sambandha. There is absolutely no sambandha with maya. This is as similar to what there was a person from Germany who had come to find God, but somehow he had complete faith. He had complete faith that God can be found only in India. India में भगवान मिलेंगे. So he told, please make a list of all temples in India. And the list was so big. He said, no, my God, it's going to be difficult for me to find out. अरे इतना बड़ा list है. But anyway, then he told, give me a list of all the deities, temple deities. I'll just go to the temples. Unique. कौन कौन है? So he got the list of all. Even that was also very big. बाप रे. He said, अभी क्या करने का? So give me the list of temples which contains many deities. Said, that is easily available. So 5-6 temples में हो गया काम. So he went, and every temple, what did he observe? Every temple you observed that there were some deities who were doing something or the other. Some places the deities were meditating. Some places they were with weapons. Some places they were killing the demons. So every temple somebody was doing something or the other. There was only one temple there where there was a boy standing in threefold bending form with his flute and enjoying with his girlfriend. Wow. Hari Bol. So who is that? That is Krishna. Jai. So this is God. He said, अरे ये God, बाकी सब काम कर रहे हैं, काम में लगे हुए, लेकिन कृष्ण जो है वो लीला कर रहे हैं. He has no work to do. He is beyond any kind of duties, occupations and anxieties. He's just enjoying. That is called Turiya. That's what Brahmaji is also trying to explain. That you are Turiya, you have nothing to give and take with management. Yes, you have nothing to give and take with the management of this. You are just enjoying. Turiya. Correct. Next. So now here, if you see the text number 53. Okay, so there is a shloka that is coming. Mostly this is a commentary. This comes in the Sridhar Swami's commentary of the 11th canto. Virat hiranya garbhascha karanam chetyupadhyayah ishasya yatra virhinam turiya tat prachakshate. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is quoting a direct Virat hiranya garbhascha karanam cheti upadhyaya ishasya yatra virhinam. If you see the Virat manifestation is what? Yes, Virat manifestation is the Virat Purush, the universal form, correct? So in this world, in this material world, the Lord is designated as Virat Purush because he forms a structure of universe. He is also called as Hiranya Garbha, as Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, and he is also called as Karanam. But all these three have designations, Upadhi. They are having some designation in this world. But if you see, Ishasya Yatra Virhinam, he is a person who has none, is beyond these three designations of this world. Turiyam tat prachakshate. So Krishna is God who is beyond. So same thing, he's just giving, it's the same thing, whatever we discussed till now, kuch alag nahi bataya, the same thing has been explained. He's just quoting Sridhar Swami, the original commentator on Srimad Bhagavatam. Sridhar Swami's commentary is accepted by every parampara, all sampradayas. They all accept it because he is the first commentator of Srimad Bhagavatam. So Sridhar Swami is accepted. So he's as good as the Shastras, his commentary. So he's just quoting it. See, Ishvara is in the Turiya state. Okay, next. Yadyapi tinera maya laiya vyavhara tatapi tat sparsha nahi sabhe maya para. So same thing is being emphasized. Yadyapi tinera maya laiya vyavhara. See, all these three Vishnus are forced to deal with maya. Yes, but one thing please understand, please understand tathapi tat sparshana. Please don't misunderstand these three Vishnus. ये क्षीरोदक्षय विष्णु, गर्भोदक्षय विष्णु और महाविष्णु को मिसअंडरस्टैंड मत कीजिए कि ये लोग सब माया के संपर्क. They are not न स्पर्श. They see they have to deal with Maya, but they don't touch Maya. Is it clear? Tathapi na sparsh tat sparshana. So whenever Vishnus have to deal with Maya, they deal through whom? They deal through Shiva. Just like brahmacharis are instructed, you should not deal with Mataji. You should deal with husbands of Matajis together, husband and wife together. So Prabhuji, Mataji together we deal. If you want to say something, so that's how we deal. Similarly, Vishnu will call Prabhu of, who is Prabhu of Maya? One may say, "Arey, aap hi ye Prabhu hai." Nahi, where is your husband? Shiva. Okay, fine. I've given you husband, Shiva. So with Shiva he would deal. Correct? He would deal with Shiva. So that is why there is no tat sparshana. Sabhe Maya par. Please understand, they are also beyond Maya. But point is, they have vyavahar with Maya. They have to give and take with Maya. Give and take is there. समझ में आया कि नहीं? Do they touch Maya? Three Vishnus? No. Are they in Maya? No. Are they beyond Maya? Yes. But they have dealings with Maya? Correct. And how do they deal with Maya? Through Shiva. Is this clear? So that way the position of these three Vishnus is completed in this shloka. Shloka? Yes. Quote. Quote will come from Bhagavatam. Etad ishanamishasya prakritistopi tadgunaihi na yujjate sadatmaste yata buddhistadashrayah. Yeah. So this is a shloka from Bhagavatam. Etad ishanamishasya. So this comes in the first canto, the section where Krishna reaches Dwarka. The beautiful section. So here that shloka comes. Etad Ishanam Isasya Prakritistopi Tadgunaihi. Please understand. This is the opulence of Lord. Etad Ishanam Ishasya. What is it? Prakritisto. See, what we understand is he is situated in material nature. Api Tadgunai na yujjate. But the three modes are not controlling him. Yes? Sadatmastair. He is situated in his own. Sada Atmastair. He is situated in his own energy. Yata Buddhis Tad Ashraya. Correct? So anybody who's fixing their intelligence yata buddhi on him, they will also not be influenced by three modes. Samajh mein aaya? So what is being spoken in this verse is, although Krishna etad ishanam ishasya prakritistopi, although he is situated in the prakriti, look at the opulence of Lord, na yunjate. He is never ever controlled by the three modes. And anybody, yatha buddhi, you just fix your intelligence on Krishna, you will also not be controlled by three modes. Amazing. Such is the opulence of Lord. Just by meditating on him, just by focusing your energy on Krishna, even you will not be affected by three modes. So this is the power of Krishna and those devotees who are empowered by Krishna. Next. Seitina janera tumi parama ashraya. Tumi mula narayana iti ke samshaya. Say tina janera tumi parama ashray. See, these three Vishnus were there. You are parama ashray. You are the shelter of these three Vishnus. Tumi mula narayan. You are the original Narayan. Ite ki samshaya. What is the doubt about this? Where is the doubt? Like that Brahma is questioning Krishna. Next. Seitina amshi para vyoma narayana. Teho tomara vilasa tumi muna narayana. See, Hare Krishna. We understood what is the difference between Prakash and Vilas. Who remembers what is Vilas? Vilas क्या है? Who will tell? ढूंढो notes ढूंढिए notes. थोड़ा पीछे कीजिए. मिलेगा. What is Vilas? Vilas is to enjoy. We all know that. But you remember we studied Prakash, Vilas, sun. Acha.
Like to
Exactly. Right. Online participants, आपका गया सिद्धि, offline ने answer कर दिया. They answer. Yes, same form of Krishna who is expanded just like as in Brahma Vimohan. Very good. Yeah. Balramji, Narayan, they are all Prakash. So they are Krishna only, but they don't look like Krishna. Krishna takes a different form. They are Prakash, and Vilas is their Krishna exactly. He looks exactly like Krishna. Say Tinera Amshi Paravyoma Narayan. So please understand that these three Vishnus are actually parts of Narayan. Yes, who's in spiritual world? That personality Narayan, he is there. He actually is the source of these three Vishnus, correct? From Narayan only come na, these three personalities. And who is that Narayan? That Narayan is nothing but your Vilas. In this context, he has told about Vilas, but actually Vilas has another meaning. As rightly said, Vilas expansion means what? What she said, exactly correct. That they are same forms of Krishna. But Vilas also means for the purpose of pastimes. You take any incarnation, it's also called Vilas. Correct? Rama is also Vilas. Varaha is also Vilas. There is nothing wrong. Because Vilas means pastimes, for the purpose of pastime. So Narayana is nothing but Prakash of Lord, we understand that. But he is also called as Vilas for the purpose of pastime. Yes, come. So Narayan is your Vilas. And Narayan se aate hai teen Vishnu. Then can you imagine how greater you are than these three Vishnus? Got it? Ye three Vishnus come from Narayan. Narayan comes from Narayan is nothing but your Vilas. So here Krishna's position is too much, very nicely glorified, properly glorified. It's not exaggerated. It's not exaggeration. This is properly glorified. Now, Atta eva Brahma vakye paravyoma Narayana teho Krishnera vilasa e tattva vivarana. That's it. So he's just concluding the same statement what we discussed last time. ए श्लोक तत्व लक्षण भागवत सारा परिभाषे रूपे इहार सर्वत्राधिकार. See, finally now what I'm going to do, I'm quoting one shloka. And this shloka, yes, is the essence of Bhagavatam. What is the Bhagavatam's essence? Ete cham shakala pumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Bridayanti Yuge Yuge. So this is the Tattva Lakshana. This is called Paribhasha Sutra. You know what is Paribhasha Sutra? Paribhasha Sutra is the master switch. You may turn on all the lights and fans and ACs and everything in a room. But if the master switch is off, nothing would work. But as soon as you switch on the master switch, everything will turn on. Correct? And that master switch or the Paribhasha Sutra is Ete Chamsa Kala Pumsaha Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. And all shlokas of Bhagavatam should be only seen in the light of this shloka. And this shloka very clearly says that Tattva Lakshan, Bhagavat Sar. What is that? Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. So same conclusion I have given in my own words of Bengali. That's what Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is trying to tell. Is it clear? I have just simply given what Bhagavatam is explaining. The Paribhasha Sutra of Bhagavatam. Okay, next. Brahma Atma Bhagavan Krishnera Vihar E Artha Na Jani Murkha Artha Khare Ar. See, Brahma Atma Bhagavan Krishnera Vihar. See, Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagavan are nothing but Krishna's different manifestations. E Artha Na Jani. Somebody who does not know this, Murkha Kare Artha Ar. Such a fool will speculate something else and make some other meaning. So now here, see here. How do fools speculate in this world? Example is given here. Example of fools speculating in this world, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is beautifully himself is explaining. Avatari Narayana, Krishna avatar, Teha Chaturbhuja, Iha Manushya Akar. Yes. Shubham, I need chargers. Laptop is running out of charge. Wala charge connected. So what he is telling? Avatari Narayan. And Krishna is avatar. Krishna is the 8th avatar of Narayan. See, same thing. What people they speculate. How fools speculate, he is telling. Avatari kaun? Narayan. Avatar kaun? Krishna. Why? Because Narayan ke 4 haath. Chaturbhuja. Or Krishna Manushya Akar. Correct? How many of you heard such speculations? Yes. How many of us previously believed these speculations? We also believed the same thing. If you wouldn't have come to ISKCON, you wouldn't have come to Srila Prabhupada's teachings, we also would be thinking the same thing. Are Narayana has 4 hands. Krishna has, that logic you want to see, Ravana had 20 hands. He is supreme to Narayana also. That logic, Kartavir Arjuna is called Sahasrabahu. He has 1,000 hands. He is much more superior to Ravana also. If a number of hands gives supremacy, then this is the logic. What logic is this? Right? Next. एई मते नाना रूपे करे पूर्व पक्ष ताहर निर्जिते भागवत पढ़िया दक्ष. Say, एई मते, thinking like this, in this manner, nana rupa kare purva paksha. So many of them give such kind of take objections. Tahare nirjita bhagavata padya daksha. Yes. So these arguments will keep coming in different forms. But anybody who reads Bhagavatam, you will understand Bhagavatam refutes everything. Because Bhagavata is daksha. Very expertly, Bhagavatam will defeat all of it. I am skipping the verse 63 because it's already taken. Vadanti tattvavidas. Now again, he is going to explain the same shloka. Shuna bhai e shloka karaha vichar. Eka mukhya tattvatina tahara prachar. So ek mukhya tattva is Krishna. It has Brahma, Paramatma and Bhagavan. Advaya jnana tattva vastu Krishnera swarupa. Brahma Atma Bhagavan Tina Tara Rupa. We have discussed this. So we are just going on. ए श्लोक अर्थे तुम्ही हैला निर्वचन आर एक शून भागवतेर वचन. Yes, any philosopher, mundane philosopher will become speechless. Nirvachan. Nirvachan means vachan niklenge nahi. When he understands the meaning of vadanti tattva vidas tattvam yajnana madhyam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagvaniti shakti. Ultimately, it is Krishna who is the source of Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagavan. Okay. Ara eka shuna bhagavata vachan. Please listen to this Paribhasha Sutra of Bhagavatam once again. What is that? Ete cham shakala pumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indyari Vyakulam Lokam Vradayanti Yuge Yuge. So we know this. Ete cham shakala. All this. Actually, what happens is Vyasdev describes, of course, through Sud Goswami, he describes 22 different incarnations. And then he says, Avatarehi asankhya. There can be countless, unlimited avatars. But ete chamsha, they are all amshakala, parts and plenary portions. But Krishna's to Bhagavan's way. Krishna is Bhagavan. Indrari Vyakulam Lokam. Whenever Indra becomes worried, tense, Vyakul, Lokam, and this Vyakulam Lokam. Vyakulam Lokam is Indra Ari. Indra Ari are enemies of Indra. They do Vyakulam Lokam. They make this entire world as, they agitate the world. Then Vridayanti Yuge Yuge. He will appear happily. He will make the Yuga happy. Vyakulam to remove Vyakulam and to give Vrida, to give happiness. Yuge Yuge. Sambhavami Yuge Yuge. Just as said by Krishna. Now, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami will explain this shloka. Sab avatar rakari samanya lakshana tara madhye Krishna chandre kalira ganana. So here, first, what did Shuta Goswami do? Shuta Goswami described all the avatars. Yes, generally. And he even gives Krishna as in the 23rd shloka. Krishna and Rama as the 19th and 20th incarnation. He quotes them also. Karila Ganana. He counts them among them only. But then, Tabe Sutta Gosai Mane Paya Bada Bhaya Yare Ye Lakshana Taha Karila Nikshana. That time Sudha Goswami suddenly got scared. Arey, मैंने क्या कर दिया? मैंने तो कृष्ण को भी एक अवतारों में ही गिन लिया. So thus, in order to again he visits. Yes, you read 1.3.23. Because Krishna, Balram is 19th incarnation, Krishna is 20th incarnation. ऐसा बोल के simply he finished. Then he gets fearful. अरे मैंने क्या कर दिया? What did I do? I counted Krishna as one of the incarnations. So I have to clarify this. I have to clarify. Already people have so many misconceptions that Vishnu is avatar. And Krishna is, Vishnu is avatari, Krishna is avatar. Krishna is the 8th incarnation of Vishnu. He is the 8th son of Devaki, not 8th incarnation of Vishnu. So like that, people have a lot of misconception. And then Avatar Sabha Purushera Kala Amsha. That's why he says very clearly that Avatar Sabha, these all are avatars, Purusha Kala Amsha. They are nothing but part and parcels of this Purusha. Swayam Bhagavan Krishna Sarva Avat Amsha. So he is, Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan and everybody is his Amsha. So that is clarified. पूर्व पक्ष कहे तुम्हारा भालता व्याख्याना परव्योम नारायण स्वयं भगवान. Purva Paksha means that fellows are opposite sides. They will say, hey, तुम्हारा भाला ta व्याख्याना. Say, you have given nice explanation, but paravyoma narayan swayam bhagavan. The swayam bhagavan is actually Narayan. Like that people may say. Yes. तेहा आसी कृष्ण रूपे करे न अवतार यही अर्थ श्लोके देखी कियार विचार. See, they say that hey, this Narayan is Supreme Bhagavan and this Narayan comes as Krishna. This is the meaning of the verse. There is no need of further consideration. Again, people are not agreeing. तारे कहे के न कर कुतर्क अनुमान मान शास्त्र विरुद्धार्थ कभू न हय प्रमाण. So what they are doing is Tare Kahe. So these to such misguided interpretation. Somebody says, hey, Narayana is Swayam Bhagavan. There's no need to argue more. There are some people who say that. Last time we took names of certain class of people who do that. So we are without quoting name this time we are saying. So we should tell, Are, why you people? Why are you doing Kutarka? Kutarka means false arguments. Why are you doing Anuman Praman? Anuman kyun kar rahe ho? Shastra Viruddha Vichar kyun kar rahe ho? Why are you against the Shastras? An interpretation is never accepted as a logical argument. You quote Shastras. You tell them you quote Shastras. We are able to quote this Bhagavatam. Are you able to quote some Shastra and tell Narayan is Swayam Bhagavan? Can you say? So like that we should argue. Don't leave them. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is telling somebody says Narayan is God. Don't leave them. Ask them to quote Shastra. Don't give your logic. हम मानते हैं नारायण को ही मानते हैं. अरे मानना सुनना ऐसा मत करो. Don't just play around. You quote Shastra. Don't do Kutarka. Don't be against the Shastras. Yes, Shastra Viruddha nahi karna hai. You give some principles. So we are directly moving to shloka number 79. So one thing is explained. I'm skipping the grammatical part. That grammatical part indicates first come subjects, then come predicate. That's a Sanskrit. That's a rule. Yes, Krishna's to Bhagavan Swayam. So Krishna is God. Finish. Subject is Krishna. Predicate is Bhagavan. Subject comes before predicate. That rules of grammar are explained. So I'm skipping that part. We are directly coming to the explanation of that verse. 79th verse. Taiche iha avatara sabahila vyata kara avatara yei vastu avigyata. See, Taiche iha avatara sabahila gyata. So what he's saying is analyzing. In the same way, we should understand ihe avatara sabahila gyata. You should understand all avataras to be the same. Kara avatar, kiska avatar? E vastu avigyata. This thing is unknown. Got it, na? Kiske avatar? That was unknown. So same logic is applicable for all incarnations. Got it, na? So all incarnations are actually part and parcels of Krishna. But whose avatara, that was unknown. Ete cha amsa kala. Kiske amsa kala? Kiske amsa kala? That was not known. So now that will be explained. So he's explaining one word. Ete shabda avatarera age anuvad purushera amsha pache videya samvad. So this word ete chamsa kala pumsa. Got it, na? Ete. So this word ete establishes the subject. These. So this tells about all the avatars which are described so far. Ete. All these incarnations jo bhi aaye ab tak, the word ete represents everyone. And then comes what? Amshakala. Subject, predicate. Got it? The same logic is explained. So that means what all incarnations have been described and not described, both Brahma, Narada, four Kumaras, Rishabdeva, Prithu, Parshurama, Rama, all these were described in the first canto, right? So this all comes in Ete. And then the plenary portions of Purusha Avataras follow the predicate. Amshakala. They are all nothing but Amshakala. Which means we need to understand we don't have to separately establish each incarnation as Amsha of Krishna, not required. Taiche Krishna Avatara Bhitare Haila Gyata Tahara Vishesha Jnana Seya Vigyata. See, even Krishna, in the same way, first Krishna is counted among all the incarnations. But specific knowledge about Krishna was unknown. So Krishna is counted amongst general. Yeah, please understand that generally who all have come, they are mentioned. कौन कौन आए थे? पिछले युग में कौन आया? कृष्णा आए, बलराम आए. So like that, all were listed randomly. That Krishna was also listed, but his specific Vishesha Jnana, Tahara Vishesha Jnana nahi avigyata. Nobody knew the specific speciality of Krishna. So that is what is the distinguish between Mahabharata and Bhagavatam. That is the difference. Mahabharata also counts Krishna, but by reading Mahabharata, nobody comes to know the speciality of Krishna. On the other hand, Bhagavatam is that particular literature which gives the speciality of Krishna. That is why Bhagavatam is the topmost literature. All other Puranas also they talk about, okay. So that is the general mass of people thinking, okay, he is also God. What other scriptures say? He is also God. Narayan, he is also God. Ram, he is also God. If you read other Puranas, they say Shiva, he is also God. So you may develop the misconception. Brahma, he is also God. All are gods. I believe in all gods. No. I believe. People, have you seen such kind of people who say, I believe in all gods. मैं सब में विश्वास करता हूँ. सिर्फ एक दो में नहीं. You people, problem with you ISKCON people is you believe only in Krishna. But we are not like that. See, we are broad-minded. We believe in all the gods. But please understand Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam clearly says there is only one God. That is Krishna. But what about others? Rama and all those things? They are all nothing but Amshakala. Understand? It's such a big knowledge. Did ever Bhagavatam call anyone else as Bhagwan? Sri Bhagwan, anyone? No. See, when Lord Ram speaks, yes, Sri Bhagavan Vacha. When Narayan speaks, Sri Bhagavan Vacha. But addressing only Krishna as Sri Bhagavan is the speciality of Bhagavatam. This is what Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is repeatedly hammering again. Some of you may think, Prabhu, why? We understood. आगे बढ़ो ना. आगे ये समझ में आ गया. आगे बढ़ते हैं. We got it. No. He's hammering it very clearly that Bhagavan in Bhagavatam is addressed only as Krishna. Nobody else. All others are nothing but Amshas and Amshakala. That is Srimad Bhagavatam, making it very, very clear. Tarvata, Kalyan 2. Next. अतएव कृष्ण शब्द आगे अनुवाद स्वयं भगवता पीछे विधेय संवाद. And that is why very clearly first comes Krishna and then comes Swayam Bhagavan. Krishna's tu, Bhagavan Swayam. Tu again is also very important. Tu means Krishna is different from all others. Whenever the word tu comes, it means the subject which is spoken is different from others. So tu gives a special interest on Krishna. Krishna's tu, Bhagavan Swayam. So Swayam Bhagavata, Swayam Bhagavan is coming later to describe Krishna as the original personality of Godhead. Next. Krishnera Swayam Bhagavata iha haila sadhya Swayam Bhagavanira Krishna haila badhya. So please understand, Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan and Hiha Haila Sadhya. He is the person which we are supposed to attain. He is our Sadhya. And this was also established that way. Swayam Bhagavanera Krishnatva Haila Badhya. And what else is there? So moment we say the original personality of Godhead, it has to be Krishna. Swayam Bhagavanera Krishnatva Haila Badhya. So Krishna is the, whenever Swayam Bhagwan is said, it's Krishna. Krishna is Swayam Bhagwan. So Swayam Bhagwan is Krishna. A equal to B, so B is equal to A. That's all. Many of them speculate, that's why Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is again and again telling the same. Next. Krishna yadi amshahita amshi narayana tabe viprita hante sutrera vachana. Okay. Suppose, imagine, yadi means imagine karo, Krishna amshahita, Krishna is amsha, and amshi is Narayana. Imagine, Narayana is the person who is giving rise to amsha. Okay, fine. Tabe vipraita haita sutrera vachana. In that case, then Suta Goswami should have reversed the statement. If actually Narayana is God and Krishna is incarnation, he should have reversed the statement, right? He did not reverse the statement. First Krishna is coming, then Swayam Bhagavan. Is this clear? How is Krishna coming for subject coming before predicate? So Krishna is the subject. So statement is not Swayam Bhagavan to Krishna is not coming. Krishna is to Bhagavan Swayam. This is clear. So this clear statements of Suta Goswami indicates very clearly that Krishna is God. Plus. Next. Krishna yadi amshahit. Okay, this is done. Narayana amshiyai swaya Bhagavan tiha Sri Krishna aiche karita vyakhan. So he should have told clearly. Ete cham sakala pumsa Narayanas Bhagavan Swayam. He should have told something like that very specifically. But he has used Krishna's to Bhagavan Swayam. He has not done that. So did he ever say that Teha Krishna Aiche, Krishna has come from Narayan? He never said that. So please understand that there are 4 defects that mundane scholars have. Brahma, Pramada, Vipralipsa, Karana, Patava, Arsha, Vignya, Vakya, Nahi, Doshe, Saba. What are the 4 defects any human beings have? Please tell. What are the 4 defects? We have studied about these 4 defects many times. Yes. Okay, you tend to be illusioned. Next, you commit mistakes. 2, senses are not perfect. Very good. 3, and cheating propensity. The 4th. These are the 4 defects. You have imperfect senses because you get illusioned. Because of which you get illusioned. Because you get illusioned, you make mistakes, but then you try to cover up the mistakes. So these are the 4 defects. And these 4 defects are mentioned in the Shastras. Brahma is committing mistakes. Brahma is making mistakes. Pramad is you getting illusioned. Vipralipsa is cheating. And Karana Patava is you Karana in senses, Apatava. That means they are imperfect. So these are the 4 defects mentioned. Arsha Vignya Vakya Nai Dosha Ei Saba. Please understand the great sages like Vyas, Narada, Asita, Devala, Sukadev Goswami, Suta Goswami. They will never make mistakes. Even Brahmaji says the same thing. Na bharati me gamrishopa lakshase namai kvachin me manaso vrishagati namai rishi kanyas patantya satpade yan me hridautkantya drito hari. Because I'm holding Krishna in my heart. I'm holding Krishna in my heart. I'm carrying Krishna in my heart. Na bharati mengam rishopa lakshate. Whatever I speak will never be false. Namai Kvachin me manaso vrishagati. Even my mind will never be attracted to fallacy. Namai rishikani patanti asatpate. My senses will also never go to asatpat, the adharma. Why? Yanme hridautkantya drito hari. Utkantha. With complete bhava, I am holding Krishna in my heart. And this is true for all sages. So all sages, like these people, they cannot make any mistakes. So then what happens? Then somebody may argue. Okay, 87 shloka. So shloka number 87 is producing anger. Hey, viruddhartha kahatumi kahite kara rosh. Some people may argue with you. Hey, you are telling, people may get angry and say, viruddhartha ka. You are putting contradictory meaning. Tumhare arte avimrishta vidhe amsha dosh. See, in your argument, there is a fault. What is that fault? Avimrishtha videya amsha. Unconsidered predicate portion. Now this is again Sanskrit terminology, which we don't understand. And I'm not getting into the details. Simple cheese you have to understand, subject coming after predicate. So Krishna is coming, the subject, predicate is Bhagavan. So Krishna's to Bhagavan's name. So now finally this fact has to be Yara Bhagavata Haite Anyara Bhagavata Swayam Bhagavana Shabdera Tahate Satta. So please understand, only the personality of Godhead is the source of all other divinities, is eligible to be attained as Swayam Bhagavan or the Supreme Lord. You cannot call everyone as Swayam Bhagavan. This word Swayam Bhagavan is only applicable for the person who is the source of everything else. Aham sarvasya prabhava mattas sarvam pravartate matta parataram nyanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. And all these words apply only to Krishna. This is the conclusion. This is the conclusion. So, okay, fine. We accept the conclusion. Some example is there. Now, please, how to understand this finally? So, finally, I will give you an example by which everything will become clear. Deepa haite aiche bahu deepe rajwalana mula eka deepe taha kariye ganana. Deepa haite aiche bahu deepe rajwalana. With one deep, if you have one lamp, you can lit all other lamps. But mula eka deepa. Who is the original lamp? There's only one original lamp. Taha kariye ganana. Yes. So that consideration I'm making, with that same logic, I'm telling the original lamp is Krishna. That is Swayam Bhagavan. Understood what is Swayam Bhagavan? Taiche sabhavatare Krishna se karana ara eka shloka suna kuvakhya khandana. See, that is why I'm telling Tasabera avatars. All other avatars are the lit up, they are the lit up lamps, but the original lamp is who? The original lamp is Krishna. Got it? So this comes in which? This comes in Brahma Samhita. Deeparcha eva hita shanta ramapyuvetya. So like that, there's a beautiful shloka in the Brahma Samhita, which says that actually Krishna Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami, that Govinda Adi Purush is the original lamp. Finished. That is the conclusion. So now what he is doing is he is quoting another. So I have quoted now multiple reasons. Now one more reason I'm going to quote. So far, just to sum up, we will summarize here. We will not go next. So today what we have discussed, today's discussion was mainly centered around what? Today's discussion was mainly centered around the three Vishnus, Karadodakshai Vishnu, Garbhodakshai Vishnu, Shirodakshai Vishnu, have something to give and take with Maya. But Krishna has nothing to give and take with Maya. First part. Second part, these three Vishnus are actually the plenary portions of Narayan. And Krishna's one Vilas is Narayan. This was concluded. Finished. Some people argue that Narayan has 4 hands, Krishna has only 2. So Narayan is God, Krishna is Avatar. For them, I quoted the Bhagavatam directly. मैंने कुछ नहीं किया, श्रीमद् भागवतम एते चामस कला पुंसः Krishna's to Bhagavan Swayam, and through all grammars, I have clearly executed that subject should come. Anuvadam is subject and Vidheyam is predicate. Subject comes before predicate. So Krishna's to Bhagavan Swayam, Krishna is coming first, predicate is coming later. So thus clearly, I have established that Krishna is God. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is saying, and statements of Suta Goswami is free from 4 defects, namely Brahma, Pramada, Vipralipsa and Karanapata. That is imperfect senses, tendency to commit mistakes, tendency to be illusion and cheating propensity. They are free from all these 4 defects. So the conclusion is Krishna is the original candle and he lights up all the other candles, which means all other avatars. This is the conclusion. Hare Krishna. So this is a summary. So please don't worry. This section somehow when you read first time it seems wahi cheez bola gaya, repeatedly it's being hammered from all directions. Because this is one of the biggest controversies among many schools of Vaishnavas also. That is why Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is presenting so very clearly that see, Suda Goswami can make mistake. No. Krishna's to Bhagavan Swayam. Any problem? Krishna is God. He is never saying that Narayan is God. No, Narayan is also counted as Amsha Kala. Because previous to these incarnations, he mentions about Purusha avatars. And there also he clearly says they are all amshas. Krishna is Amshi. Amshi is the source of all the amshas. So all of you can read specifically, I will give you homework. You can read the Brahma Samhita. I think it is Brahma Samhita 5th chapter, shloka number 31. Deeparchare vahi dashantaram abhyupetya. That lamp. Read that. 1.3.28. Please read this shloka again with the purport. You will have more clarity. Yes. And apart from this, also read 1.2.11. Vadanti tat tattva vidas tattvam yajnanavadvayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagwan iti shabdate. So Bhagwan can be many, but Swayam Bhagwan is only Krishna. You may say Bhagwan. For Narayan also is called as Bhagwan. But Swayam Bhagwan specifically, that is only Krishna, the original lamp. Is this much clear? So this class might have sounded, "Arey bar bar hoyi cheez, maar rahe humko." It may sound like that, but it's very important. We have to go through this experience. And I have not taken subject predicate. I explained in simple words about what is Anuvad and Videya. Anuvad is called as subject. Videya is called predicate. Subject comes before predicate. This only has explained. So I skipped that part. Because we don't, how much grammar we need, that much is enough for us. We don't need to get too much into technicalities. Thank you all very much. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrta ki jai. Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Pad ki jai. Hari Bol. 1.2.11. 1, 2, 11.